After 6 months rehabbing, Sophie Cunningham returned to the Fever gym and saw Caitlin Clark drain 30 straight threes. Asked her reaction, Sophie delivered a blunt, chilling warning to the league in her first post-signing interview. Back after 6 months, Sophie Cunningham faced two unknowns: her knee under real load and the Fever's new roster. Camp answered both quickly. But first, the injury story matters more than people think.
Yeah, I try to do it ASAP. Rehab is horrible, right? And so I think for me, I feel like I got cleared 10 different times. I think people were just being extra sure. And so I fully got cleared in February. And so I've been going. And I feel good. It's nice to be back. You know, it's you play pickup and you do all this, but then once you get out here and you have to be intentional, you have to kind of get used to that speed again. But I feel great. I feel like, you know, our surgeon here with the team doc did a great job, and I'm feeling like myself.
An MCL tear isn't 6 weeks. After surgical clearance, Sophie still had to bridge the gap to full speed play. Weeks of plyos, 3-on-3, and rehab before full runs. She said it felt like being cleared 10 times. True clearance didn't come until February.
I was fully cleared. They had all the doctors. They had the numbers and everything. But if you don't get in front of these people, then it's like, hey, like, are you actually good? And so that, I'm not even going to lie to you. That was like a little kind of frustrating because I'm someone who, like, I kind of shoot it straight, where if I wasn't feeling good or like I was hesitant, I think I would have said something and like been honest, because I'm just in the point in my career where I just want to win. Like, I just want to win.
The body heals. The mind lags. Sophie said the harder part was mental, her brain replaying the moment her knee gave out. Even when she felt physically fine, some days brought hesitation, second-guessing cuts she should trust.
Yeah, I mean, basketball shape is just different. Like, you can run as many suicides as you want. You can get your butt kicked however you want, but until you're out here playing, you're never fully going to be in game shape until you're playing games. And so for me, it was just playing a lot of pickup. It was playing one-on-one, 3v3. It was doing plyos. It was just doing all the little things that you just normally do. So it's like kind of a normal off season, but just a little bit more rehab.
She said she knew she was truly back during a pickup game. Hard cut, clean landing, and only afterward realizing she hadn't thought about her knee once. No checking in, no hesitation, just basketball. When she spoke to reporters, she kept it simple. The body's responding and the knee is good. Not hype, just experience talking. At the same time, rehab overlapped with free agency, leaving her in a tough spot.
The Fever re-signed our good, close personal friend, Sophie Cunningham, to a 1-year contract. Let's go.
It was close. It was close.
Can I be nosy right off the jump? Given the changes in structure and money and all of that over the last few weeks, like, was the contract better than you thought it would? Nope. Okay, sorry.
Nope. It's okay. I think,
sorry.
No, it's fine, because it's tough because I came off an injury and like I haven't been in front of any teams.
While Sophie was grinding through rehab, the internet spun up a fake drama around her contract comments on a podcast. Claims she was unhappy in Indiana, underpaid, and on her way out. She stepped in and shut it down directly as it spread fast.
Other places I did. And so I know there was comments, oh, this is her only offer. No, it wasn't. Like, of course, you know, so I need to stay off Twitter. It's the most toxic place ever. But I just wanted to shut that down because that's not what it was about. And I just wanted to be with this group because I think, you know, the more that you can build and you do have a special group and you can stay together, that's when greatness happens. And so I think we do have something special here, and you know, you just want to be a part of that.
She went on Twitter and shut it down herself. I'm going to shut this down right now. I'm not mad about the money. I just wanted more years because I love it here. Not PR spin. Frustration at being misquoted. It was always about contract length, not pay. Social media mashed it into one messy narrative anyway, and it spilled into the locker room story unfairly.
You know, I think last year, Twitter kind of blew up last night about a comment I made on my podcast, but that was taken, you know, just, that's not what I meant at all. And I think if you listen to the full clip, you really understand that I just wanted to be somewhere for more than 1 year. You know, I'm almost 30 years old. I want to have a home. I want to kind of get established, and I would love to get established in a place like Indiana. We had such a great time, and you know, when you find a group of girls who really make you fall in love with basketball again, and you enjoy it, you enjoy them not only on the court but off the court, like you want to hold on to that.
Behind the scenes, the Fever had Sophie's deal lined up, while GM Amber Cox checked if max deals for Alicia Smith and Azura Stevens were possible. Both wanted max, both left for Dallas and Chicago. Once that closed, Sophie was announced. The delay was due diligence, not doubt. Breaking up the Clark-Hull-Cunningham wing, tres leches, spacing and movement identity would have been a bad basketball fit anyway.
All of them this morning, they're like, we know exactly what you meant. The internet's doing what the internet does, and it's trying to stir things up, but it made me sound snotty and ungrateful, and that is the last thing I ever want. I am so grateful. I know I'm coming off a pretty big knee injury, and so it was never about the money. It was just about the years, because I wanted to be with them, and God forbid a girl loves her teammates, you know what I mean? So I think that we just have something special here when we're all healthy, and I'm just grateful to be back.
Sophie didn't ignore the online noise either. She knew exactly what was being said and pushed back, because she wasn't about to let bad faith takes drag a locker room she cares about. The one-year deal also lines up cleanly with Indiana's 2027 cap reality. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston are heading toward max eligibility, and Kelsey Mitchell is already on a one-year supermax. Sophie's team-friendly contract gives the Fever flexibility to keep that core together when the big extensions kick in.
1,000%. I think when you have a team like last year, it's just so special. And you realize when people are healthy what we can do here in Indiana. And so, of course, we are all trying to keep our core together. And, you know, we are so blessed to have a new CBA that allows us, you know, to make more money and to have a lot more benefits. And so,
take Sophie off this roster, and Indiana doesn't just lose stats. It loses a system piece Stephanie White actually needs. White wants top 3 defense in 2026 and more transition buckets off stops. And Sophie fits that perfectly. Multi-position defense, pace, and movement shooting. Indiana was 7th defensively in 2025, so the gap is real. And offensively, the Clark-led spacing only works if every outlet is an instant threat.
I think you're adding in a lot of good people. You have Monique Billings, who is an absolute stud, so athletic. Maisha Hines-Allen, who is a monster. Like, so glad we're on the same team now. I think she is too. And then you have like Raven Johnson, who is a great rookie. I've absolutely loved playing with her. Her vibe, her chemistry that we've created so far has been pretty elite at a very short span of time. And so I'm really excited about this team and where we can go.
Sophie brought her Phoenix-built edge to Indiana, now backed by Billings and Hines-Allen inside, plus Harris and Raven Johnson on defense. Boston already clarified Raven's role. No friction, everything mapped. After months of solo rehab and 3-on-3 work, Sophie walks into camp and sees Clark's shooting drill so automatic it shuts the entire gym into stunned silence.
I mean, she's been back, hasn't she? Like, didn't she just...
For the summer.
Yeah, like USA and all that. She's been doing her thing, so people are saying she's back, but I feel like she's been back. But, you know, anytime you have her on the floor, she makes everyone around her better.
Sophie didn't care about the 30 straight threes as much as the repeatability. Same rhythm, same release, constant motion, off screens and catches. No variance, just machine-like consistency. Then the passing. Elite already, but camp moments showed no-look reads landing before anyone else processed them, forcing veterans into scramble mode just to keep up with the timing. Clark also looks physically leaner, a deliberate adjustment after 2025 durability lessons and a 44-game grind ahead. And Sophie didn't dance around it. She called it MVP-level form, plain and direct.
Yeah, I just think you have a lot of greatness. You have Kelsey Mitchell, you have Caitlin, you have AB, and then you have other people who really know how to let the stars be stars, and everyone else is in their lane and they know their role and they do their role really well.
Sophie returned after 6 months out and immediately felt the difference. Clark hitting 33s, elite passing, making everyone better. New arrivals noticed too. 2026. Fever deeper, tougher, unusually cohesive.
Teams that were already established, you know, it was like, how can we bring all these players back and fit them underneath that new umbrella? And so, you know, there was details that need to be worked out, but at the end of the day, like, we're all pretty much back, and so we have new people who are going to help us, and it was a fun off season, but I'm glad that our core is back.
Kelsey Mitchell stayed for the bond with Boston, Clark, Hull, and Sophie. Family vibes. She didn't want to leave. Sophie matched that energy, taking a team-friendly one-year deal in Indiana, despite better offers elsewhere. Both choices signal something rare in free agency. Players valuing fit, trust, and culture over money, revealing a locker room that actually feels like home.
We got to credit all of them for working their tails off. Some teams look really, really good. Some teams don't, but it is what it is. And I'm just focused on us right now. I'm happy that our group is here, and I know we're going to get back to where we left off last year.
What walked in wasn't a maybe roster, but real. Clark MVP control, Boston 4-year, $6.3 million top-tier extension, Hull healthy in Trace Leach's wing with Clark and Sophie, Mitchell 1 year for 2027 window, Billings Hines Allen size, Harris Raven defense, Sophie team-friendly deal, FO, avoiding overpriced max front court, 2027 cap flexibility preserved by Cox, protecting core and future extensions.
Not only her, but Kelsey's coming in with a great vibe. AB's coming in with a great vibe. Lexi looks phenomenal. Like, everyone just is looking good, and when everyone's at their best, and practice is like your hardest competition, that's a recipe for success. And so I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be here. I will say I'm definitely feeling almost 30. I'm a little sore. I'm getting up there in age, still 29. But no, I feel better than I ever have, and so I'm really excited that it's here.
Sophie came into the offseason wanting to fall back in love with basketball, and after 6 months away, she said she found that in Indiana. Day 1 of camp gave her the answer back. Fast. Clark draining 30 straight threes isn't a warm-up going well. It's the product of an offseason treated like it mattered every single day. Nothing casual about it. The rest of the league had the summer to prepare. So did Indiana.